everyone, this is me, Natalie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm very happy that you are watching my first Flosstube. If you are new here, my name is Natalie. I'm Natalia Olifirenko. I'm originally from Ukraine and I'm a lady behind Embroidery Art by Nat. And I moved to Canada 2 years ago because of war. And I continue my creative journey here. I'm an artist since 2018. So I do a traditional hand embroidery style. I was cross stitching for 15 years before. So I have a lot of cross stitch projects, but they are not with me right now, so I cannot show it. But I did a lot of cross stitch. I was gifting them, and some of them I have finished, but it's in Ukraine with my mom. They were going to frame it, but right now it's not the main priority. So they just rolled in the roll and they are in the closet. But yeah, I did a lot of cross stitch projects, big ones, small ones, but mostly big projects, like big pictures that I could hang on my wall. Um, when I was at school and when I studied at the university. And then I stopped doing it because probably I get a job. I was busy, and for about 5 years I didn't do any cross stitch, anything. I was super busy, and when I burned out, I tried for the first time the hand embroidery, traditional hand embroidery style, like this one. I will show a lot of projects here that I finished before, so you will see how it looks like. This is one of the projects. And yeah, how it started. I was feeling burnt out and I wanted to distract from my work, to relax, to maybe switch my thoughts because I was constantly thinking about the job even when I was at home. So maybe probably that's why I was burning out a lot of times. And I was working in IT as a quality assurance engineer, and I have 7 years of background in IT, so that's why I'm like so teach savvy. But and it really helped me in my business. So and I saw a lot of pictures on Instagram from other artists, and it was so inspiring for me, and I wanted to try. So I was good in hand drawing, so I just started drawing directly on the fabric and stitching it like how I saw it. Like I didn't take any courses, I watched tutorials on YouTube, so that's how I learned. And I also, my grandma taught me the basics of embroidery when I was about 5 or 6 years old. And that's how I tried for the first time. I don't have my first works with me right now to show you, but my mom will come in a few months and she will bring all the rest projects that I left in Ukraine. And maybe that maybe later I will do another video about my projects because I have more than 100 projects at the moment. I remember it was a blue rose, and I was inspired by the Trish Burr, which is my one of the most favorite artists in this style. And she had a red rose, but I stitched it in blue colors, and I literally jumped in the thread painting technique right away, and it turned out really great. As I see, like now, I see that it turned out really great. But yeah, and I used multicolored threads, and we just changed the color from the blue to the light blue, and that's how I was jumping from one place to another to stitch each petal and to make shadows and lights. But I will talk about this project later when I will have the exact projects in my hand, and I will tell you more about this project later, maybe in my future videos. If you will like this style of the videos, let me know and I will make more. So that's how I started. I started my a separate Instagram account because I didn't want to overload my personal account with embroidery. I didn't have anyone in my from my friends who would do this kind of craft, and so I didn't know who would like it, and I wanted to find a new friends in this. Um, like in this embroidery community, so I created a separate Instagram account for that. So and people started following me because they liked what I did my own projects from the first try, because I didn't know that embroidery patterns existed even. So I just freehand drawing on the fabric, and I was stitching it, and people started asking, where did you get this pattern from, or where to, when can I buy this pattern so I can stitch it too? So I thought, which pattern? I don't know any patterns. It's just drawing on the fabric, painting with thread, like you just take a fabric and stitch, like what's the problem? But turned out that for many people it was problems, they couldn't do it like I did. So probably um, I had all those skills that allowed me to do this, because I was growing up in the creative family, but they were working on the regular jobs. But as I noticed that they were all very talented, and my mother, she was really good at drawing. My father, even my father was drawing. I saw all those family books with the photos. How do you call them? So, and they were adding they were pages with their personal drawings. And so I always knew that it was completely normal for me to see, like, somebody is drawing in my family, somebody is sewing the clothing, because my mom was also a sewer, and my grandma was also constantly embroidering something. She was embroidering cross stitch and traditional style embroidery too. So I was surrounded with all of that. So it was like completely normal situation for me. But yeah, turned out not every person could could have this environment when you are growing up. So that's how it started. So I started making my own patterns because people were asking me to do so. So I created the Etsy shop in 2017, and my first sale was happening in 2018. In January and February, I had one or two sales a month, and it was just slowly started. And yeah, I was creating more and more embroidery designs, and people were started following me. And then was a moment when I didn't want to do my primary job anymore. I was probably so much burned out that I was like already sick of it. I just didn't want to do this anymore, and I wanted to get a vacation for a few months, or like sabbatical year. I asked about that, but I didn't want to give me such vacation. So I said like, okay, so I will just leave this job because I was already had enough income, which it was from my Etsy shop, and I saw the potential in this, and I wanted to do it full time, because it was like giving me the energy when I came home from work every day. I picked up embroidery. I was exhausted, and then I noticed that I'm getting the energy from somewhere. I don't know how it works, but you're getting the energy. You like reconnecting to yourself, to your true self, and you starting getting energy from somewhere. I don't know. And I could embroider until 2 a.m., and then I was working full time, and then every weekend I spent in surrounded by my embroidery stuff, especially in winter, because you didn't have much things to do in winter and it was gray outside. So I decided to leave my job and become a full-time embroidery artist, and I started doing it for the full time, and I never regret for that. Of course, there were ups and downs. In many platforms, they don't allow you to create shops or an accounts, but I I figured it out. So I was always figuring it out, and I never regret it. So I always admired my grandma's works, especially traditional hand embroidery. So a lot of my patterns are inspired by her work, especially pansies. Um, you probably saw it already. I have one work with pansies. So this is a work that I recently finished for my stitching club. It was for Valentine's Day. We made 3 different designs. It's been a busy few weeks, few months even. I had a lot of workshops for the Easter eggs that I made. These are my Easter eggs. I made 8 different designs for my stitching club on Patreon, and I also create a really nice community here in Moncton, where I live right now. It's in Atlantic, Canada, and we do workshops. And I did 3 workshops in a row because when I created the first workshop, I saw that a lot of people want to come, but it was the space was limited, and we couldn't do it in one day. So I created another workshop for the next weekend, and I saw that another workshop was also fully booked. So I created the third one. And yeah, all 3 workshops were fully booked. We made basic designs on those workshops because they were especially for the beginners. This is one of the beginner designs. This is super easy one, so you can learn hand embroidery with it, but the rest designs are little bit complicated, like intermediate level, and you can learn on the go. If you feel like something is complicated, just leave it for later, switch to something simple, and you'll definitely get there. So I did 3 workshops, and I also had um, local markets, Easter markets. I had I signed up for 4 different markets. 2 of them was Ukrainian markets, and 2 of them were local markets. So I did all those markets on weekends as well. I had to skip one market because I got sick. It was a flu or something like that. That's why I was pretty quiet for the last 2 weeks or so. But I was working on one more project secretly because it was a special project for the online retreat called Making Zen, organized by Kate Ward from the Truro from Nova Scotia. And I made a special project for this online retreat, and this is this Easter egg, and this is how it looks like. It's double-sided, and it's this project is very special for me because I wanted to make something special, something related to the Ukrainian traditions, to the um, you know, because I have a lot of stories and traditions to tell about painting on the eggs, the technique that is called pisanka. It's when you paint on the egg using wax and dip it in different colors stage after stage. And that's why I decided to create this special project for the Make It Zen online retreat. And this pattern that I made. It's free. You will be able to download it when this retreat will start. You can sign up by the link in the video description below. And this is a free online event. It will go during the 5 days from Monday to Friday, I guess. And you will be able to see different workshops from different textile artists, like sashiko artists, textile dyeing, like to dye the fabric, different kind of styles that different artists do. There will be about 30 different artists participating in this event, and I'm participating in this event for the third year in the row, and I think it's going to be very interesting and relaxing for you to learn a lot of different techniques you couldn't even imagine, because I'm also learning there, because it reminds me this retreat, it reminds me about what I'm doing this embroidery for. It's for relaxing, it's for the process, it's for enjoyment, it's really mindful. And when you do stitching, you forget about everything. Yeah, like you clean your mind, you don't think about bad thoughts, and it's better to this is the best way to relax and to reduce the stress and the anxiety. So yeah, that's why it's healing, and that's why I actually started doing it. So it reminds me about that, and it's a really nice it's really retreat. So I highly recommend this. If you want to join, you're welcome. I will leave the link in the video description. This is a project what I was working on recently, and I just recently finished it, already submitted all the goodies that I prepared, and there will be a video tutorial, and I will be telling you about Ukrainian traditions during I'm stitching, and I will show you how I assembled this egg together, the technique, and you will see everything during the retreat. So yeah, it was really fun project. So earlier I made the project. I will show you all the projects that I finished previously, and then I will show you the work in progress projects, and then I will tell you more about my plans for the future months, for the May and June months. And so yeah, I really liked the local markets, but I think I will do it just occasionally, not so often, because you don't really I didn't really sell much, but it was nice for the marketing purposes, to connect with local people, to tell about yourself, so they know that I live here and I provide different online classes and in-person workshops. So it was really nice to connect with them, but it takes a lot of time to prepare, and it takes a lot of effort to prepare the physical goods that you will offer on the market. It takes a lot of time, and it takes me away um, from the Patreon, from the all the work that I supposed to do for Patreon. So I will not be doing markets so often. I decided to participate in once in 3 months, maybe once in 6 months, and I really like Ukrainian markets. They are more fun, because it's not just a market, it's all the Ukrainian community is gathering and preparing a really nice festival, and there is a concert. Usually there is Ukrainian music, there are different Ukrainian artists that I met and made really nice connections. And the last market that I participated, yeah, I went to St. John, and I get to know Ukrainian community in St. John, and they are very welcomed, and they're really nice people. And we are already planning the workshop that I will do in St. John for the Ukrainian community. Is also going to be a fundraising workshop, and we will be stitching. I think we will be stitching lupins, because lupins, it's a flower that I saw in Canada for the first time. It's a really beautiful flower that it's gonna start blooming actually very soon, and I think it's a really nice time for embroidering lupins here in Canada, and it's like one of the symbols of Canada for me, because I first time I saw those flowers in Canada actually. In Ukraine, I didn't see it before. Maybe I saw it somewhere on the west part of the Ukraine, but I didn't know what kind of flower it is. But in on the south of Ukraine, I never saw those flowers. So for me, lupins, it's like a symbol of spring, symbol of Canada, Atlantic Canada especially, and I can't wait till the moment they will start blooming, because they are blooming everywhere and they are different colors, and it's so colorful after the it becomes so colorful after the long winter. So I really love this flower and I want to embroider it, and it's going to be some I will use just simple stitches, so don't worry. It's this workshops is also going to be like beginner friendly. But first, I will work on some other projects that I will tell you a little bit later. Right now, I wanted to show you the project that I finished this year. In February, I did the project for the Valentine's Day, and it was the first one. And I made a heart from the felt, and I hang it on my cherry blossom tree right now in my studio, and this is how it looks like. It's just a satin stitch, some lazy daisies, French knots. It's actually simple, not so complicated that you see. The finished project can look complicated if you look at the embroidery, because especially if you're a cross stitcher and you are not familiar with this kind of hand embroidery, and you look at this and you think, oh my god, it's something complicated, something I don't understand. But actually it's simple, and I made a lot of video tutorials that goes with every project I made, and you can just follow along and try it with me. This flower is woven rose, is really fun stitch. I really love it, and it's very simple and it looks gorgeous, right? So I designed three different hoops for the Valentine's Day. This one is one of the most complicated. Yes, I agree. This is like advanced level, but you can get there. If you are a cross stitcher, you can try it from right away, because I was cross stitcher and I tried this technique and it turned out really great. So you can try it. Uh, you never know what you are capable on, you know? You just need to try and see, right? And before, I also did for the Christmas, I made this project. Yeah, it's a big one, but yeah, I made video tutorials. It's like intermediate level or advanced level, if you say. And it was a really nice project. I was working with a lot of beads. There are also some metallic threads, and this is gorgeous, I think. A big one and a gorgeous one. I like big projects, but sometimes it can be too much work. So I do different projects, small ones, big ones, simple, complicated. Like I wanted to show the previous stitch along that I did last year, like 2023, for the Christmas 2023, and it was a stitch along. We stitched one object at a time, and it's like advent calendar. You can stitch one object every day until the Christmas, like 25 or 26 different objects. And yeah, all the video tutorials are also available on my YouTube channel. And here I used also some sequences, beads, metallic threads, and this is how it looks like. It's Merry Christmas. Maybe you see it flip it. No, you see it in a correct way. So, yeah, this is how it looks like. And for the autumn, I made also different projects. I just wanted to show you a few of them. Obviously, I have much more projects done, but this was for the Thanksgiving and just for the autumn. And this is how it looks like. The pumpkins, they look like thread painting, but it's actually not thread painted. It's actually just stem stitch. Yes. And I show the technique in my video tutorial, and you can learn how I did it. So it's like you can cheat and pretend that you're doing thread painting, but it's actually not, and it looks like thread painting, and it's actually very, very simple. So this was the project. There are different kind of objects like berries, pumpkins, autumn leaves, all the fun stuff. So, and I also made this one in September, I guess. I don't remember. So yeah, it's like intermediate level, something like that. Not a complicated. I used multicolored threads. This is variegated thread. It changes the color. I really like using it for the leaves and for the flowers. And this is just a satin stitch. I show the technique how you can make it neat and how you can make the corners, the borders of your objects are really, really sharp and neat. And it was these are sunflowers. It's just a satin stitch plus French knots in the center. These are really, really fun flowers I made. So yeah, it was really, really fun stitch along. I really love this project. And I also made for the autumn this. It's advanced level. You can, if you are an intermediate stitcher, you can also try it, and it's really beautiful. So these are the projects that I made during the last year. I made actually more projects. They're all hanging on my wall, but it's probably the topic for the separate video because it's too much projects to show. I'm an artist and I don't have the luxury of VIPs actually, but I have some. So I'm guilty. And yeah, you probably remember this project that I started when I was in Ukraine. I started when the war started, and I still didn't finish it. Probably because the war started and I was distracted for the news and stuff was going on, and we were moving from Ukraine, and then we were adapting to the new country, and I didn't have the patience and enough energy to finish this project. But right now I feel like I'm ready to finish it because there are just a few leaves left to stitch. As you can see, it's just few leaves, and it's nothing, right? I made a complete video course for this project. So I explain step by step how to stitch this bird, and I also made step-by-step pictures and everything you need to complete this project. So if you are like intermediate stitcher and you always wanted to embroider a bird, it's actually the first bird that I embroidered. So I explain like how I think when I'm stitching it, because you have to think a little bit differently when you stitch the bird, especially this colorful bird and in this super detailed technique. So I was digging a lot of books to stitch it, and it was my first bird. And yeah, I'm really excited about this project and I want to finish it, and maybe in the future I will stitch more birds like this. And yeah, if I could do it, you can do it too, right? Especially when I prepared so many educational materials and videos and stuff for you to explain. I explain it every single stitch. You could see like all my videos are like in a real speed, and you could see every stitch I made. I didn't skip anything from this project. From the beginning to the finish, I recorded every stitch and you could see everything. It's much more valuable than book, because you in the book you just see the pictures and a little bit of explanation, and there is no videos usually. And when you have this video like this, and plus lots of explanation and illustrations and all this stuff, it's really helpful to figure out how to stitch it actually, because it looks very scary, like, right? If you see it for the first time, you might think, oh no, I will not do it, it's too much, too complicated. But when everything is on the shelves, like you could see all the stages, where to start, and all the teeny details, like it makes much more easier, right? It makes much more sense, you understand it. Like everything that you don't understand, it looks scary, right? Like it, as for me, I don't know how you see this and what you think about this project, but this is my opinion. And this summer, I promise you guys that I will finish this project. I will record a video. I will make the tutorial for the last part, and I will release this on Etsy. So anyone who wanted to try this project, you could try. But right now, all the resources are available on my Patreon. If you want to join, you can start stitching it, and by the time I finish this tutorial, probably you will get to this place and you will finish it with me. So yeah. And I have another project that I didn't finish because I wanted to make a video tutorial and I never made it because I never made time probably. So this is the project. I don't know, I don't remember where I started it. I don't remember. But it's work in progress and I need to finish it. So I will finish this summer because it's a perfect time for stitching this kind of project, right? And this part I left for the tutorial because I wanted to show you the method how I do satin stitch and the economical way how to do that, because on the back side, as you can see, I didn't waste a lot of threads, and so all the thread is on the front, and you actually need a lot of thread to complete this project, right? And so I decided to go with a economical way of stitching of making the satin stitch, and yeah, I want to make a video tutorial about that and show this technique for you, and I will talk about all the advantages and disadvantages of this method. So it's gonna be really interesting probably to learn for you. And yeah, I will finish this project this summer. So this is on my to-do list, because I noticed if I will not put it into my to-do list, I will never do it. So yeah, but first, right now, what I will be working on, this is this sampler page. This is what I'm going to be working on right now, because I started it last year and I never finished it. And many people are asking me when you will be making tutorials for the sampler guidebook, because lots of people are stitching this, and I didn't know that this project will be so popular. But recently I noticed that lots of people are buying the sampler guidebook pattern from my Etsy shop, and it looks like this listing became like bestseller. Yeah, it has a bestseller badge now, and lots of people are starting this. So I need to finish it. So this is a sampler book that I'm going to be working right now. This is volumetric flowers sampler, all about volumetric stitches for the flowers. We already made those 2 rows of stitches, and I will be making all the stitches that are left for this sampler page in May, and then after this is done, I will switch to the loopings. This is going to be a beginner-friendly pattern, and I will make a workshop in St. John, and then I will switch back to the sampler guidebook. If you're new here, you don't know what is this project about, and this is like all the samplers that I finished. It's going to be a book which I make from the fabric, and each page is embroidered, and each page in each page you can learn a lot of basic stitches. You start from the basic stitches, outline stitches like this. So you practice them, you try different amount of threads, and those pages, they will serve you as a live reference for your future projects. And you are actually learning different embroidery stitches on the go. So the next page was a blanket stitch. This is how it looks like. Different variations for the blanket stitch. We had really a lot of fun with this sampler page. And the next was Lazy Daisy stitch. And here I show you how to embroider different kind of flowers and leaves using only Lazy Daisy stitch, plus some other stitches just to complement this project. On the bottom there are examples of embroidery designs, what you can do with this Lazy Daisy stitch. So you are not only just learning different stitches, you are learning and practicing them on real projects. You understand where and how to use them, right? And so then in your future projects you can just freehand embroider anything you want, because you know what for each stitch is used for, right? So that's the main goal of this project. This was the next page. It was a chain stitch, different variation for the chain stitch, so you can decorate your clothing, you can create different kind of borders, like for your clothing, for anything you want, you can implement those stitches in your projects, in embroidery projects. So it was really fun page. And this one was page for the French knots. Oh, everything is here embroidered with just French knots, maybe a little bit of some other stitches, but most of everything, most of the objects are just French knots. Look at those cute ships. And we also experimented with watercolor. I made a tutorial how to paint on the fabric using watercolors and how to make those watercolors permanent, like washable. So yeah, there is a tutorial. Like all the tutorials are already on my YouTube channel, and you can watch them for free. And yeah, this was lettering page, like simple stitches that you can use for the lettering. How cute is this? I'm really proud of this project, actually. I'm so happy that I started it, that I had this idea when I was on vacation. That's a really good sign that you need to get some rest sometimes. Yeah, and this is the next lettering page. Here you can see a little bit more complicated and interesting stitches that you can use for lettering and make them look really interesting. And the last page that I finished, it's leaves and branches. So we have a separate page for leaves and a separate page for the flowers. Here you can learn different kind of stitches which you can use for leaves, and a few different techniques that I teach you, like tucked stitch, satin stitch technique. So yeah, I'm really proud of this project, and I can't wait to stitch all those pages together and make an actual book. Previously I had an embroidery kit that you could buy. You could have all the materials to finish this book. There were fabric, embroidery threads, those cardboards that you will use to assemble the book together, watercolor paint, different kind of needles, what it was there, like cute corners that you will use for the book cover, the hard cardboard that you will use for the book cover. But right now this embroidery kit is sold out, but I can help you with the fabric. So if you don't like to transfer the pattern to the fabric, me and my husband, we can hand draw all the patterns for you with using the heating erasable gel pen. As you can see, I transferred this design to the fabric with a heating erasable gel pen, and it disappears on heating, so you don't need to wash your embroidery. But yeah, you don't want to iron the fabric before stitching, because all the lines will disappear. So yeah, some people, they send me messages and they tell me that, oh my god, I have a problem. I just ironed the fabric that you sent me for the kit, but everything disappeared. But there is a way how you can return all the lines. If you will put this fabric to the freezer with the really cold air, those lines will return, but they will be not so bright as they were before. So this is how to fix it in case you have this incident. And one more project, one more pattern that I made for May for the Stitching Club, and this is this design. This is letter H surrounded with daffodils. I have a story about this embroidery pattern that I will tell you more in my post on Patreon. It was a custom order for one of my patrons, but it's really cute, so I decided to share with everyone, and I will also share her story with you. Yeah, and I'm celebrating 25,000 of subscribers on YouTube right now. I'm really happy that I had so much people who are interested in what I do, and I would like to celebrate it. I was always wanted to make a video about my creative journey and to show you my studio, like how it was before. It started from just a table in the corner uh, of my room, and then how it was growing, how it was changing. I had different art studios in different places. We moved from Mykolaiv to the west of Ukraine, and I created an art studio there. And then we moved to Poland, and we were living a few months in Poland. And I also had a little corner for my work in Poland. And then I created another embroidery studio in Canada. So it's a really nice topic, probably an interesting for you to listen and see how it was and how it looks right now. And for me, it's also really nice to look back and to be proud of how I was growing as an artist. And thanks to your support over the years, I'm able to continue doing what I love here in Canada, and I'm really grateful for that. So I would like to make a video like this for you, and I hope you will like it. Passing through now, I never thought that hummingbirds are coming to Canada every year, and I thought those birds, they are tropical. They should live, like they usually live in the tropical areas, but Canada, it's a really big surprise for me. So we first hummingbirds for the first time here in Canada. We never saw them in Ukraine. Maybe we saw them, but we thought that it's some kind of bug or butterfly. I remember we've seen something like that, but it was really fast, you know, they are flying really fast, and we didn't have much time to actually see what it was. But I think that I saw them in Ukraine, but there were not so much hummingbirds like in Canada. In Canada, I saw them a lot, especially in the botanical garden. By the way, I need to go to the botanical garden and see the magnolia blooming, because they are probably blooming right now, and it's so beautiful. Julia says, "Hi Nat, I love your pattern. The pattern and all your beautiful tutorials have really helped me to improve so much. Thank you for what you do and share." You're welcome. I'm glad that it was helpful, and I'm really happy that you could improve your stitching. And thank you so much for the feedback. Connie says that I'm stitching the sampler. I'm working on the French knots page. Yeah, it will take you for a while, because it's a lot of French knots there. So I still have some time to make more video tutorials for the future samplers. There are only hummingbirds on this side of the ocean. You don't see them anywhere else. Wow. I am so lucky that I moved to the Atlantic Canada, because we used to live close to the sea, and I cannot imagine my life without the sea, without the air, like without the water, you know. I cannot imagine it. Like, so I'm really glad that we moved here. This is a perfect place for us. Perfect climate. Like, yeah, like spring is coming a little bit later than everywhere else, but it was waiting for it, and the winter is a little bit longer, but we can do it. Yeah, we can do it with additional supplements like vitamin D. I noticed that I really need it. So to be in a good shape and to wait for the spring. So yeah, the nice experience that I had on the markets, I was able to improve the packaging. So I created the packaging for the needle minder. So this is how it looks like. Many of you already ordered my needle minders, and this is how they look like. I have different designs, but right now we can have a little problem with Canada Post. I heard that Canada Post is going to strike after May 22nd. So I'm waiting for that. I all my physical listings, they are hidden right now because I don't want to risk with new orders, because they may stuck somewhere when if the Canada Post will start the strike. So I just want to be safe. So I hidden all the physical listings, but I still have the sampler guidebook listing with fabric only kits, so you can order the fabric, and me and my husband, we will be happy to transfer the patterns for you. We do it by hand. Every single page is drawn by hand very carefully, so you will not need to wash your embroidery, and the ink is not permanent. The ink is disappearing, so you are able to have a nice fabric, and the fabric is a really high quality. It's a Kona cotton fabric that I ordered especially for this project, because it's really nice fabric for hand embroidery, and it's gonna be very comfortable to stitch on it, and you will achieve a nice result. So you still can order the fabric kit, but all the rest listings like needle minders and other embroidery kits are hidden because of the potential Canada Post strike. We don't know yet, so I follow the news. If they will start strike, I will just wait until the strike will finish it. I have other ways to ship the embroidery kits and stuff. It's Chit Chats, and their shipping is really good, but they don't have the office here. I have to drop off the packages and pay additional $12, so they will reach to their office, and after that they are just getting delivered. So it's quite more expensive for me, so that's why I just only left one listing available for the sampler guidebook, and all the rest are small items are hidden because it's expensive to ship. So I hope you will understand. I will let you know when I will open everything, and then everything will be available, so you will know. And I created a new packaging for the kit, and I want to show you this kit, just to show you. This kit, it was selling well. I'm looking for the boxes like this, and I cannot find boxes which is bigger than this, because most of my projects, they're bigger. I use bigger hoops, so this is how this kit looks like. The box is like this. I really like this box, but if you know where I can find a bigger box than this, please let me know. I will try to communicate with the manufacturer and ask them to make a bigger custom boxes for me, but I don't know how much it will cost me, so it may be expensive. So this is how it looks like. I designed the small version of the pattern which comes with the kit, and it looks like this. Here on the left side you can see the stitch guide, and on the right side there is a QR code and explanation for the kits, how to use it, and the QR code leads you to the full embroidery pattern with all the instructions and video tutorials. And on the back side is like invitation to my stitching club. So this is how it looks like. I made the embroidery threads like this. I made the card, and all of the threads here available. Some of them are multicolored, so they are hard to find actually, but um, I'm trying. So this, and then it goes on the hoop and the fabric. The pattern is transferred to the fabric by hand using heating erasable gel pens, and this is how it looks like. And I also have a little problem in finding the perfect hoops. Usually, some hoops that are delivered to me, they are defective, so I have to throw them out. They are just useless, and because when the hoop has gaps between the circles, it will not hold the fabric tight. So yeah, I still looking for the good manufacturer of the embroidery hoops. So if you know someone, just drop me the link in the comments. And then I decided to include the scissors in this kit. These are the scissors going in this set, and there are also embroidery needles and needle threader. So this is how I want my embroidery kit to look like. But yeah, I'm still looking for the uh, for all the packaging materials, and it's hard, you know. It's very hard, especially when you order something and you're hoping that it will come in a good condition and it will look good like on the pictures, and it's not. It's hard. So we still have other Ukrainians coming to the New Brunswick, and guess what? My husband classmate recently arrived. Another one. So he already have one classmate here, and another one is just arrived. So soon they will able to do like school classmate meetings, or how do you how do you call it? Like, yeah, it's really interesting. So we are helping him to find a job. We found an apartment for him. He lives in like close to our apartment in the second building, so we could see each other from the window, which is really fun. We like hello in the morning to each other, and yeah, right now we are helping him to find a job. I'm helping to write a resume. Like, you know, in Canada you need to write a specific resume for a specific job title, because he's a welder and he also have experience in the construction sites. So we do resumes, I'm printing them, and my husband right now is driving him to different places, to different um, manufacturers, like constructions and stuff, to deliver those resumes and to find the job. So he has a day off, so he's with him, driving him to different places right now, because he doesn't have a car. He just have a bicycle, and that's it. Because, you know, you will not be able to cycle every day like 30 or 50 kilometers. It's hard. And yeah, one thing that I wanted to share with you, that my mom is coming in July. He will spend entire month with us, just like she did last year. And she told me that she's looking for something, for some side income. So we are thinking about it, what she can do, what she can sell, and I want to ask you if you give me some advice. Maybe there is something that you could buy from her, because she is a sewer, so she can sew different project bags, shoppers. She can sew like aprons for your projects. Like I did the apron project. Maybe we could make an embroidery kit for the apron. So I was thinking to create a separate Etsy shop for her, because she is in Ukraine, and I could teach her how to manage the shop, how to which kind of product items she could sell. So just let me know, what would you buy from her if she would sew something like she can I don't know, any ideas, because the life in Ukraine is getting harder and harder. Everything is getting expensive and expensive. Like we compared the prices for the groceries, and in some cases like meat and uh, some fruits, they are even more expensive in Ukraine than in Canada. So, and she just has a job, and she also retired, but the salary and the pension is not enough for living. So it just $300 if you like convert it into the Canadian dollar. So it's not really much for living. So we are thinking what she can sell. So let me give me some ideas what you would actually buy, because we need to choose very carefully, because we will need to buy materials, the fabric and stuff, so she could make some items. So we need to know for sure what she will actually sell. So because she needs extra income, and I want to create some little business for her, so she could run it herself, but with my help. If she will have some new items on her shop, I will help you to promote them, and I will send you a newsletter with those items, so you could buy it and support my mom, because she takes care about our grandma. She's 88 years old, and electricity and stuff, like, it's very expensive. Project bags would be great. Any kind of bags or craft organization. Yeah, I was thinking maybe about the embroidery box like I have. Maybe you would like to have some handmade embroidery box organizers. Yeah, we will be thinking about it, and drop me some comments below. Drop me some ideas. What would you like to buy from her? So yeah, that was my first Flosstube. It was probably different from the others, because I'm not just a serial stitcher. I am an artist, and I have different stuff to share, but I always have something to share, like every month or between the projects. So I would like to share with us. If you like this format of the video, please let me know, leave me your comments. I would be happy to connect with you, especially if you are a new one, you don't know me yet. Ask me questions, and maybe I will make some other videos and share it with you. Like, let's start a communication. I would really be happy to meet more embroiderers, stitchers. Even if you are cross stitcher, maybe I will get inspired you for some hand embroidery someday. Thank you so much for watching, for your support, for all your lovely comments. It's so, I'm so happy that you like this kind of videos. I was so camera shy before I go in for that, but when I had interview with Kate Ward, it made me more confident, more less camera shy, and I decided to go and do it, like, because I always wanted to do it. I was always too shy. Anyways, okay. Have a nice day, and I will see you later in my next stitch along and later in my next floss tip, I hope. Okay, bye guys.